Happy holidays, guys. Back with you, Mike Cruz, week 17, episode 3, holiday edition. What I'm going to do is go over week 16 first on how I did, and then I'm going to jump right into week 17, a big time, crucial week 17, a lot of games for wild cards, scenarios, all scenarios for wild cards and divisions, and who gets home field advantage. So that will be coming up, and I have a special teaser for you guys for week 17. But let's go over an average week 16 I did. Week before, 12-4, 2-1 on locks. Now this is week 16. Titans at the Jags. Jags won 21-13. That was a winner. Saturday's games, Philly at Washington. Philly just gave up. Washington won the game. You know, Philly, they just gave up after a week or two ago. I thought they could at least beat Washington. San Diego at San Fran. San Fran was winning the whole entire game. I told you to stay away from this game, guys. A lot of people thought San Diego was a lock. I guess, I don't know if it was a lock when they're down 21-0. And then it went to overtime. San Fran got the ball. First pass, gets about 10-12 yards, fumbles it, gives it to Rivers, and that's it. They lost. So I lost both Saturday games. Next was my redemption game, my lock. The game I said, do not pass on. Put your money on this game, and you will be sure to win. Green Bay at Tampa Bay. Green Bay should have been minus 14, 16 points. They were minus 10. They won 20-3 at Tampa Bay, and I locked that. New England at the Jets. New England, you know, it's a divisional game, AFC, you know, East. I told you, I don't know what the Jets are doing, but they're playing better football now. I don't know if they're fighting for their coach or what. I know the GM's going to probably be out, but definitely, I don't know. They're fighting and crawling, and they played a great game. They could have even won, but they lost 17-16. I picked New England, but they didn't cover. Kansas City at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh won 20-12 versus the Chiefs, and that was a win for me. Next game, Cleveland at Carolina. Carolina was minus 3.5. Carolina won 17-13. That was a win. Another lock I had, Atlanta at New Orleans. New Orleans. All they had to do was win. They have a better team. Both defenses are below average. I don't know. I'm just done with. I don't really like Drew Brees. I really think. I mean, he's not as good as he used to be. And he's saying, "Oh, I can play for many more years." I can probably name 10 quarterbacks on the top of my head that are better than him.
Do you want?
What? That's my producer Kim. She said, "Do it. I won't." Put me on the spot. All right. Rodgers, Brady, both the Manning brothers. That's 4. Rivers, Romo, Andrew Luck, Russell Wilson, Big Ben, Cam Newton, and Colin Kaepernick. How do you like that?
That's impressive. Cam Newton's kind of suspect, but I'll give it to you.
As you should. Okay. Next game. Detroit at Chicago. You know, Detroit, I picked them a lot, and they usually do me wrong. You know, they always win the game, but they don't cover. Detroit won 20-14. They did win the game, but it was a 7-point spread, not 6. So I couldn't even have pushed. It was a loss. Baltimore at Houston. I got a whooping in this game. Baltimore got whooped by Houston. Houston won 25-13. And, you know, that was a defense that played real well. Next, Minnesota at Miami. I told you, double Miami. I'm riding the Minnesota way. And they're just winning on whether they win or lose, they're covered. It was Miami wound up winning the game 37-35. It was a good game. Minnesota covered, so that was a win. Next is Colts at Dallas. Dallas won 42-7. They blew out both below average defenses, but I mean they blew Andrew Luck 42-7. That offense of Dallas's, the line is golden. The quarterbacks, Romo's playing great. He's showing that he can play in December. Running backs, we have 3 good ones, one Pro Bowler. Dez Bryant, the best, if not the second best receiver in the game. There's Green Bay and Seattle. I still think Seattle's 1, Green Bay's 2, and then Dallas. And then the AFC, of course, 1, Patriots. So that's that. Next game is Bills at Oakland. Bills really hurt my feelings. You know, they crushed Rodgers, they crushed Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, how with the running game helped them to get the win. But Rodgers had the worst game of his career against the Bills. I thought the Bills can be the easy Oakland team, but that's just how the NFL rolls. Oakland got 6 points, and not only did they cover, they won 26-24. That was a lock, and I lost. Giants at Rams. This was one of my locks also. Giants plus 5.5. Giants are playing like a playoff team. They should get the playoff team for all the teams out of the NFC South, to be honest with you. They won 37-27. That was a lock. Next game, I said I was going to lock both Sunday night and Monday night. Seattle was -8. They won 35-6. Arizona was Ryan Lindley. I told you. Who was he? I don't know. He didn't do anything. Still doesn't have a touchdown. Next, Denver at Cincinnati. Denver, first play, interception for a touchdown, Talib Khalid. And I was like, yes, this is over, you know. And then Cincinnati actually showed up. I got to give props to Cincinnati to show up, beat Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning has been playing not the best football. I don't know what's going on, but not the best football. So that's how I did. I went 8-8 my record average, and locks was 3-3. Overall, so far on record, I'm 20-12 on my record, and I'm 5-4 on locks. I do like that. That's above average. I like to push the locks up a little bit. Okay, let's get into a big time week 17. First game off the bat, 1 o'clock games Sunday. Jags at Texans. Texans need this game to win, to try to get a wild card. Other things need to happen, but first they need to win. Jags at Texans. Texans -9.5. I'm taking the Texans. Next game, Indy at Tennessee. Indy has the 3 or 4 spot locked down. So even if they win or lose it, they still have the 3rd or 4th spot. But Tennessee's that bad where I think Indy is going to go out and still win. So I'm going to take Indy -7. Next is Cleveland at Baltimore. Baltimore is 7th behind San Diego and needs to win this game big time against Cleveland. They're -9.5. You know, they need to win. Hope San Diego loses. I'm going to take Baltimore -9.5. Bills at New England. They're number 1 in the AFC. It's locked up, New England. But what I'm going to say to you is that they still will win this game, minus the 5 points. Bill Belichick will just say go out there. He'll make his stars go out there and play. It's another game. Next, Jets at Miami. I told you I'm doubling Miami. I'm going to take the Jets plus the 6.5 in a meaningless game. Next, another meaningless game. Chicago at Minnesota. I'm going to take Minnesota minus the 6. Jay Cutler's back at starting, so that should be really good for me. Next game, San Diego at KC. This is one of the biggest games. For a while, San Diego wins this game, they're in. Kansas City needs to win this game and basically have a couple other scenarios happen to get a playoff spot, but San Diego just needs to win. I'm going with San Diego minus the 1. I know it's in Kansas City, but you know what? Phil Rivers is playing. He's playing good football, and their defense is not playing bad at all. So I'm going to take them, San Diego. Next game, Philly at the Giants. Easy pick. Giants are playing hard. Philly gave up. Giants minus 2.5. Next, Dallas at Washington. Same kind of scenario. I know Dallas is going to rest a couple guys, probably Murray, but they still have Lance Dunbar, and Washington might try to go out there and try to, be a spoiler and beat them the last game. But I have to take Dallas minus the 5.5. Washington is just that bad. Next game, New Orleans at Tampa Bay. As bad as I'm upset with New Orleans and Drew Brees. I'm mad, obviously, about the loss. I'm still taking a -4 because Tampa Bay is probably going to get the first pick. Next, Lions plus 7.5 at Green Bay. Green Bay is -7.5. Winner gets the bye, loser gets the wild card. I'm taking Green Bay minus the 7.5. Next, Carolina at Atlanta. Carolina, whoever wins, this is the NFC South showdown. Whoever wins gets in the playoffs, and they get to host a playoff game with a losing record. This division was sad all year, but I'm going with my man Cam Newton. I'm going with the Panthers, and and they are going to win the division. I have to. I'm taking Carolina over Atlanta in Atlanta plus the 4. Not only to get the points, they're not only going to cover, they're going to win. Next game is Arizona at San Fran. Arizona said they were starting off quarterbacking with Logan Thomas, but then they jumped into saying we're going to go back to Ryan Lindley. So I don't know who's quarterbacking, but either way, I'm taking San Fran -6. And it's a pretty important game for Arizona. Ever since they went down with quarterback problems, it's been downhill since then. So basically, they'll probably be a wild card. I mean, not a wild card. Yeah, maybe a wild card, or I don't think they're not going to win this game. Next is Rams at Seattle. Seattle. This is my special thing right here. We got the games Rams at Seattle, and we got Oakland at Denver. Okay, Rams are -12.5. Denver's -14, and Denver wants the number 2 spot, and Seattle wants home field advantage. So I would do this: pick them 2 teams. A 6-point teaser would make Seattle minus a certain. You get 6 points, so it'd be 6.5, and then 14 would be down to 8. So do a 6-point teaser with Seattle and Denver. If you have to take them straight up, I would take Seattle, obviously, and I would take Denver, obviously, because they're way better and the games are meaningful. But this would be a perfect teaser, -6 points. Seattle and Denver, put them together on a teaser, and I guarantee that hits, and I'm making that a lot. Next game, Cincinnati. It's night game at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh -3.5. Winner wins AFC North. I'm taking Pittsburgh in that game, and that's that. So now here goes my 3 locks. 3 locks are, I'm taking Green Bay at home, undefeated. I'm going to take Pittsburgh at home, -3.5 against Cincinnati. I don't think they'll do it again. And last but not least, Baltimore at home, -9.5 against Cleveland. And then my 2-team teaser with Seattle -6 points, and Denver -6 points off 14. So Denver -6 points off 14, Seattle -6 points off 12.5. That teaser is definitely the hit, and that's that. This is the holiday edition. I'm out. See ya.